back at it again. You got Chris
I'm Lee.
and there's Lee. Welcome, Lee. Thank you for joining us today.
You're welcome, man. You're welcome.
So what is the mortgage weather?
I had nothing better.
What is
mortgage weather? The mortgage weather is the new thing we're trying to coin.
The mortgage weather, eh?
Yeah. Why would you come up with mortgage weather?
Because like every day, people go to the news or go to the app or try to figure out what's going on with the weather. So in our environment with mortgages, everyone wants to know what's going on in rates, what's going on with real estate, what's going on with values. So ever changing, it's up, it's down, it's sideways. So
Sideways?
it's like weather. Sometimes it rains sideways.
Sideways.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
All right.
Does anybody else understand what I'm saying here? Do you see what I'm saying?
What's up, Sam? Count 16. So was Sam Count 15 gone? Curious, serious question there.
He clearly counts. So maybe he
Sam,
just stopped
he
at
was
16.
like, hey, 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna stop at 16.
He got
Good
tired.
job, dude.
Maybe he
Good
needed
job.
a sandwich.
Nadine 03, Giovanni M. What's up, guys? Glad to see you. We're here to talk about interest rates today.
No, we're not.
And
That's BS. I hate interest rates.
we hate interest rates. We're here to talk about how to get you a house for zero down. Do we love that?
No.
What do we love?
I
What do
love
we
these. I love our fans.
All right,
I
cool.
love the questions that they ask.
There's some good shit.
Yeah, ask us some
There's
questions.
some good stuff. There's some dirty birdie stuff that's happening,
Like
man.
what?
Like the builders.
I
The
don't like
builders. The builders are playing dirty.
I don't like the builders.
Dirty. Here's what happens. Like $500,000 house. A lot of people don't know this, but there's a lot of money inside of a real estate transaction. A lot of money.
What's
A lot of money.
What's a lot of money?
So a lot of money. So call it, for the realtors, 3% on the listing side. Traditionally, 3% on the buyer side. So that's 6% total. Take 6% of $500,000, and you're talking about,
32 grand.
ow, that hurt my brain. It's 30 grand, but okay. Yes. So 30 grand, $30,000, and then on the lending side, if you go with the direct lender, there's, just call it 300 basis points or 3%. If you're going with the broker, as much as 6%. 6%. So let's do this math. Inside of a $500,000 house, there is $45,000 in commission to the direct lender, or up to $60,000 with a broker.
45 G's?
Or 60 G's. That's a lot.
So if they're selling a house for 500,000, they're actually netting 440?
No. That's the hard part.
Please
Is it's
explain.
all built into that payment.
It's a profit deal.
What? It's a profit deal. Yeah, it's a profit deal. Man,
And
that's
who pays for it?
so it's a real weird question, because theoretically the buyer, but then again you could make a case that the seller does, because the buyer has to pay for it over the years, but the seller has to pay for it in the lesser of the price. So this is actually the lawsuit that's going on right now with NAR, National Association of Realtors, and CAR, California Association of Realtors. See, this is what I mean. We need something to be a little bit more interactive here. And yeah, that's a little weird.
This is what the girl loan officers do to get more attention.
Okay.
So I was wondering if it would work.
No,
No?
I don't think so. No,
All right.
you don't have the same equipment.
You're right, but I
Where
tried.
Where you guys at? Where you from? Vizzleman 2020. Oh, somebody laughed at you, man.
They're not laughing at me, laughing
Maybe
with
it didn't
me.
work. Didn't work.
Laughing with me. Come on, Invisible Man. Laughing with me.
Well, we've looked at other loan officers and their lives, and we see how do they get their audience and what do they talk about. And dude.
When they show their size,
Dude, it's
they
getting
get more
weird.
clients.
No,
It doesn't work that way?
And there's a lot of loan officers. There's women loan officers, and they have an advantage. They have a strategic advantage. And Chris is like, well, why don't we just do the same thing? And I'm like, no, man, I don't think so. No. And he's like, I'm going to try it. All right, whatever. No, what?
When they touch you, it feels good. So I,
Don't.
dude, I'm trying.
don't.
Invisible Man's having a good time.
Don't. So rates are at 5.375 on a 15-year fix right now, and 5.625 on a 30-year fix. If you don't believe me, go to the top link above us, and you will see cool stuff. On cool stuff, click that. You'll go to New American Funding website, and you see all the rates. So we made it easy for you guys. Made it easy enough. Made it easy for you guys. And there you go. There you go. So our rate's going to get better. Our rate's going to get better? According to the Fed, yes. Now, everybody's freaking out because of what the Fed said in the last meeting Tuesday. I think it was Tuesday. It was either Tuesday or Monday. But the Fed came out and said, well, we're not too keen on the way the economic factors are saddling up, so it does not look like they're going to change by March. Of course, we do reserve the right to change our mind in the way we think about things. And the stock market tanked. And then for some reason, mortgage rates got more expensive. And like, what? That doesn't make any sense. Yeah, it does. Because when there's certainty in the market and we're certain that the rates are going down, then there's certainty and we can absolutely plan them going down so the banks make profit. But when there's uncertainty, they're like, I don't know what's going to happen, so I'm going to take all my profit right up front. And the spread between the 10-year yield and mortgage rates increases. The reason it was at 8s, was because of the uncertainty. There's traditionally 100 to 150 point spread, somewhere in that neighborhood. But during the 8 phase, which is about 3 months ago, there was uncertainty of when the peak was going to be. Because of that, there was a 2.5 point spread, which manufactured itself at 8% rates. 8%. And everybody's freaking out until the Fed said, we think we've reached the peak of the economic cycle. And then all of a sudden everybody said, hey, interest rates dropped dramatically. I heard interest rates went down. Well, kind of true. Mortgage interest rates went down, but the prime didn't go. It's still 5.5 and 5.25. But the difference is that the uncertainty in the market has started to dissipate. And because of that, it went from 2.5 all the way down to 1.5 to a point. It actually went down to a point. That's why if you went to the New American Funding website right now, you'd see 5.375 and 5.625. Cool. Let's start answering some questions. We got a lot
you're
of questions
getting real boring, man.
Dude, I'm trying not to get boring.
I'm all sleepy. All right. So user 9250. Is 3% conventional only for owner occupants?
Yes. And you can't have owned a home because 3% only operates for 2 programs. What are the programs?
Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac's, Home Possible, and Home Ready.
Home Possible, Home Ready, those are 3%. Traditionally, conventionals are 5%. Now, here's the catch. People like say, well, I'd rather put 3% than 5%. Actually, when we price the MI out, the MI on a 3% loan, if you don't have 780 or better FICO, it usually gets really expensive. It's not worth it.
And you're usually going to flip to FHA?
Yeah.
Because it's going to be cheaper.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot cheaper.
FHA's MI is set, by the way. It's always set. It doesn't move. Connor Amato, love my 7.75.
You love that 7.75.
He's going to be out of that soon.
Love it, yeah. Hey, Connor, when you're thinking about refinancing, 2 things. 1, get yourself a badass loan officer.
Boom!
2,
where does he get one of those?
You get one by just calling us. That's pretty easy.
Phone number's right here, guys.
Yeah, phone number's right there. So 2 is don't refinance too quick. Just looking for a loan officer who's trying to make a commission. Actually plan it out. Think about, hey, listen, Fed says there's 3 cuts in 24. We actually believe there's going to be a lot more in 25. A lot more. Not a little bit more, a lot more. Because we think 25 is going to be a year it's going to scream. Property increases are going to go through the roof. And I think all of that's going to happen because the Fed is trying to get right the track. So when you refinance, don't just listen to a loan officer trying to get a commission saying, hey, you should refinance right now. Because if you do that, 6 months to a year later, when rates are down a point lower, they're going to say, hey, I think you should refinance right now again. And then, hey, I think you should refinance right now again. So each time you refinance, it costs you money. They'll say, oh, no money out of your pocket, which is not a lie. It's no money out of your pocket, but it is money built onto the loan, and then you restart the 30-year clock. So you got to really think about that stuff when you do a refinance, and remember that loan officers are driven off commission. They're driven off commission.
So here's another thing. If you want to get a home loan, phone numbers are here. Screenshot it, zoom in, you see the phone numbers. See the phone numbers right here. Also, go to the link on the top of TikTok, Instagram, wherever you guys are at. Click apply now if you guys are ready to start and you don't want to talk to us. Go ahead.
All right. So answer questions.
All
You've
right,
got a lot of questions.
Casey Turner's
We're
waiting.
on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. We thank you very much for tuning in. We are here for you.
Are y'all out here in Odessa, Texas?
Keefe29. Keefe29. What's up, Keefe29? We love you. Thank you very much for coming on board. Yes, we do loans in Texas. I actually have one going active in Texas right now. Hopefully, I'll be in escrow again by the end of the day on a second one. One in El Paso and one in Austin. But my primary residence is Texas. My driver's license is Texas. I love Texas. I have a second house in California, and I spend my time here in California. But we do a lot of Texas loans, and we love doing loans in Texas. So, yes, the answer is yes.
All right, Casey Turner, 570 credit score, $80,000 down, zero debt, $250,000 house, $70K a year. Odds for approval?
Pretty bad. Pretty bad. Gonna be honest with you.
$80,000 down.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, he just stopped me. He says, "Hey, you better you better correct yourself before you wreck yourself." What is that? Yeah. Check yourself before you wreck yourself.
Bad for your health.
So if you had 580 FICO, I would say it's pretty bad. But with 80,000 down, 80,000 buys you a whole lot of forgiveness on FHA's in FHA's mind. Now they do want more than 10% down if you're below 580 FICO. More than 10%. So after he corrected me, your odds are getting pretty. They're getting pretty good. You got to call us. You got to call us. We might be able to make something happen here.
So that's. His answer at the beginning was no, which is common for most. But the fact that you have a larger than 3.5% to put down, your odds just skyrocketed, man.
Invisible Man, I'll keep my 2.8. I got one at 2.25. I got one of my houses at 2.25. Is it 3.5 was the interest rate environment, but I had the opportunity to buy it down for $22,000. I did it.
Mine's -3.
-3, dude. I want that one.
I won't refinance till 25. I'll hold off, said Connor.
Yeah, but make sure you follow everything that's going on. Follow the Fed. Follow things that are going. If you want, just tune into us every now and then, or every single day if you want to. But the Fed puts out, none of this stuff is like guesswork. When the interest when the interest weights went up, I like crack myself up. When the interest weights went up, we knew they were going to go up. We knew a year ahead of time.
Dude, a year?
Dude, a year ahead of time.
I didn't tell anybody.
Yeah.
So, Connor, I wish there were 60-year mortgages. I'm going to rent out my property. More money in my pocket.
I like more money in my pocket. I want more money in your pocket too, Connor.
You know who has
no
an
question.
84-month program?
Who?
IRS.
So, if you wanted to buy a house with the 84-month program, no, that's payment. That's if you're in.
That's if you owe money.
Trouble. Yeah.
If you owe money, there's your tip.
We all have to eat. Yes, sir.
New construction loan. Any info? Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Heck yeah.
Actually, I just found out. Are we working with them?
Maybe,
is that the one we were working on?
I don't know.
Okay.
But here's what I found out. I just found out, guys.
All right.
I just found this out. Okay, so we've been telling you guys for a long time we can't do construction. We can't do land. We can. You know, we have a route to do that now. But a person called me about an hour ago and asked, hey, can I buy the land and improve it by putting a manufactured on it? Because stick built, yeah, all day long. But putting a manufactured on it, guess what the answer was?
What?
Yes.
No shit.
We could do regular house, new construction, or manufactured.
All right, good
all
deal.
Day long.
By the way, we are direct lenders for FHA, VA, USDA, Fannie Mae, and Freddie Mac. Direct lenders. When we're dealing with these land loans, construction loans, we broker those. So we have the ability to broker or be a direct lender. We can get into the depths of it if you want, but kind of complicated, but good for you.
Yeah. So Olson, the answer is yes. If you're buying from a builder, we can do it. If we're doing it all absolutely yourself, we could do it. Brandon Suarez, bought my house 3 years ago, 3.2. Good job. I have $100K in equity. Good job. What's stopping me from selling and making money?
Nothing. Sell it and make some money if you want.
Make that money.
But here's the catch. Here's the catch, Brandon. This is the conundrum that everybody runs into. They're like, hey, I got $250,000 in equity and a $1,200 a month payment. I'm like, that's badass. Good. I'm going to sell and get my equity out. And then I'm going to buy another house and have a $4,000 a month payment. And wait a minute, I'm not sure I want to do that anymore. That's the conundrum. Well, that happens a lot.
What if there's a move up? If you're doing a move up right now, like you're having another kid, I'd do it right now.
Yeah.
Right now.
Right now. Today. Like, right now. Too late.
Well, the price, because here's what it is. You're a seller, you're like, I want the top dollar. So if you wait a year, probably get top dollar. But you're also going to be buying at top dollar.
Yeah.
So if you don't want to buy at top dollar, sell now, take what you can, buy your new house, refinance later. That's the plan. That's what I would do. Would like to buy a multi-unit. Can the rental on other units qualify me for a higher mortgage?
Yes, all day
Heck
long on a VA. Yes. FHA. Yes. USDA, I don't think so. Fannie and Freddie. Yes. So all of them, yes, except USDA, I think.
There you go. Mickle Pickle. Good luck on that rate on 580.
Yeah, that is a catch. That
is what it is.
Whoever just said that, Mickle Pickle, is probably a loan officer. But when we go to price rates, we build the whole profile. We pull your credit, we do your income, your assets, and all that fun stuff. And then we hit pricing. And whatever your FICO score is, the computer picks it up and it spits out rates. And if you have a low FICO score, the rates get ridiculous. When we were in the 8% environment, there was a time when you could get an 8%. If you had a low FICO score, you could get an 8%, but it would cost you $15,000 to get the pleasure of an 8% rate. And that's because of low FICO and the risk to the bank. So, yes, it happens.
So here's the other thing, Mickle Pickle. Why do you rain on the parade? We just told this,
Yeah,
this player that he
dude.
could get a house,
We're
man.
trying to get people houses.
Get a house.
You're talking them out of the houses.
Yeah, why would
Don't
you do
talk them
that?
out of the houses.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Kaylee.
Okay.
If I'm legally married, do I have to take my spouse's debt for FHA loan in Texas? Texas is community property.
Texas.
It's community property.
So, yeah, what's going to
Legally
happen
married.
is we can, so on an FHA loan, but you might want to consider conventional because you don't have to on a conventional.
Yeah.
Now, the difference on a conventional is you have to do 5% down. FHA is 3.5%, and the back-end ratio is a little more forgiving on the FHA. You don't have to put your spouse on the loan, but we do have to count the liabilities against your income. So that is a real thing, but let's work it out.
Lee's telling you have options. There's a lot of different ways that we could go.
There's a lot of different ways.
Casey Turner, do y'all offer loans for VA?
Is that in Virginia or is that VA home loans?
Ooh.
That's a conundrum.
Man, what,
No, not a
what is
conundrum.
it?
That's a
Confusion?
double entendre. Double entendre. I got it. These words come to me sometimes. They're big words. Anything with
Talks
more
to
than
himself,
3
guys. Just
syllables.
ignore him.
Toast.
He'll be fine.
Toast. Yes. VA loans. I am a veteran. I have a VA loan. I fund tons of VA loans. Come from a family of veterans. Dad's a veteran. My son's active duty Navy right now. Super proud. Shout out to you, boy. But yes, we do VA loans. And I would say because we've been doing VA loans for such a long time, we're probably one of the best in the country to
I
do
won't
VA
say
loans.
probably.
Yeah, we're one of the best in the country.
Hands down, without a doubt.
All right, cool.
All right, so best 2-year loan to buy retirement home before selling current home. 2 year. So we have a program called NAF Cash. Okay, this is only if you want to do this.
I don't understand 2-year loan. How do you get that 2-year loan?
So I think what they're saying is I need to bridge for 2 years before I move into my retirement home, but I want to
Okay.
get it now.
Okay, got
We're
it.
trying
Okay,
to bridge
okay.
it.
All right.
So
okay.
we have a program called NAF Cash. It's in-house. No one else has this.
No one.
And it's where you're able to buy the house. Buy the house.
Break our stuff.
Okay, so you own your current house, buy the new house, and they'll rent it back to you. And then there is a window, though. I think it might be 6 months. I don't think it's 8. It's 2 years. But they'll rent it back to you, and then you just get the loan on the new home, and that's it. So there's an option. I don't think it goes 18 months, but reach out to us. You know where the phone number is, and there's a link on top of Instagram and TikTok. So
We appreciate you guys. Thank you on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. Trying to take all your questions, get you a house in 2024. Give us the tough questions. We want to know. Licensed loan officers, we will help you get the house. Don't flex. We will help you
My
get
bad.
the house.
Connor, we do remember you, bro. We know who you are. He said he's coming back to Cali, and he's gonna get his realtor's license, and we're gonna partner.
We're gonna make a
Got your back,
boatload
player.
of money, man. You better rent an extra place for all the cash.
Yeah, where you gonna put it?
Hey, you're gonna have to have an extra apartment just for the cash.
Get a 2-unit.
Probably 2 unit. Yeah.
Maybe
3
3.
bedrooms. Yeah. 3 bed because there's a lot of cash, and the bank's probably not gonna be able to take that much cash because you make so much money.
And if you're not married, dude, the chick's gonna come out like crazy.
They're gonna be all yours. All yours.
And be like, hey, man, save some for me.
Yeah. Say something for.
Item enough? Should
Okay.
I get a single-family home or multi-family unit with my FHA loan?
Well, I enough. Here's what I think. If you're trying to build a real estate portfolio, you have an opportunity when you're buying your first house. If you buy a 4-unit FHA and you live in the primary unit, you have now 3 units that produce income, and I'm allowed to use those 3 units to help you qualify for the 4 unit. So inside of that portfolio, you now have your primary residence and 3 units already. They call them doors, 3 doors already. Boom, just like that with an FHA loan. You can only do that if it's your primary residence. And usually the first time you do it, FHA, you can do it, but you can't keep doing it theoretically over and over again. Maybe, but probably not.
All right, Connor, we love you too, man. And I was just joking, Connor's wife. He doesn't want the ladies. But I do know that you're counting on that second apartment for the money.
Look out.
Special edition live? Hell yeah.
Yeah. He was like, Chris is like, hey, you want to go live again? I'm like, sure, let's go live again. Why not? Let's do it.
This is just for you guys.
We appreciate you, Team Sanchez. We
Hell
appreciate you.
Mickle Pickle
Mickle
said,
Pickle,
yes,
I'm in.
He works at Cross Country Mortgage.
Good to see you there, Mickle Pickle. How's the market doing for you? Give us some LO speak, some LO stuff. It's a tough market, man. I heard 80,000 loan officers left the business. I have, how much? What's wrong?
I heard a different number.
Tell me.
I heard a different number.
What's the number you heard?
I heard that there was 1 million, and now it's down to 300,000.
700,000 left the business? Wow, that's crazy.
Well,
it's hard. It's tough to make a living if you don't have a big book. If you don't have other streams of income, you got to go make a living, man. And that's happening to realtors and loan officers. Tough business, very, very tough business. But I can tell you that if you make it through this, you know what it's like. You make a lot of money. I have a lot of friend loan officers that make over $1 million a year. A lot, not this year, but a lot that make over $1 million a year. So it's a good business, but it's a tough business. You got to really know what you're doing.
User 9252, daughter in college, makes about $25,000 per year. What can she qualify for?
Well, it depends on how much you make.
Yeah.
Because that 25K is going to be probably nothing.
A Toyota Corolla.
Yeah, that 25K is probably going to be nothing. But if you make a whole lot, I've done this a lot, where somebody says, hey, I'm moving my daughter to this university, and I don't want her to be in the sorority house, so I want to buy her house. Cool. But she's a waitress. She only makes $25,000 a year. Okay, cool. So let's go get her a home, FHA loan, and you're the non-occupant co-borrower, and you co-sign. Now, it's going off of your income, but that's her house. And as soon as she gets enough income, she refinances, takes you off the loan. She got the house. You helped her stay away from the sorority parties or whatever your reason was, and things look good in your world.
The cool thing about that part, the strategy he just gave you, is that when she gets out of college with her degree and gets that first job and gets that first paycheck, she can refinance out of it, and she'll have the income.
Boom.
Tony G says, yes, there are aliens.
I think there are. They were all in Miami not that long ago.
And he owes taxes. Can he still buy a house?
Tony G, if you owe taxes, there's 2 ways to owe taxes.
Dude, I just gave the freaking gold a second ago.
Did
84
you?
months, man. 84
So
months.
there's 2 ways to owe taxes. One, oh shit, I owe taxes. Hey, Mr. IRS, I'm going to voluntarily start paying you. Go online, say, I would like to voluntarily start paying you. And the IRS says, well, you're such a good guy. We will take your payment. And they do that. They do say, you're such a good guy, we'll take your payment. And then you take the payment, and I don't even need to, I just need to know that you did it. I need to see the agreement. So that's one way. The other way is, I'm not paying taxes. There's no way in hell. And then the IRS comes in and levies your bank account. And you go, oh, shit, I better solve this. And then you go, hey, Mr. IRS, I'd like to start making payments. And they go, well, yeah, we'll work with you. The banks say, all right, since you did it that way, I need 3 months, not 3 payments, 3 months, showing that you are in good faith executing this agreement because they forced it on you. If they didn't force it on you and you voluntarily went into it, no harm, no foul, I calculated in, we're good to go.
Boom. And then Stu Gotts said,
Kelly Martinez, share the live. What's up?
Virginia. Do you do Virginia?
We do Virginia. We love Virginia. That's where we put
I've never met her.
the military guys.
I don't know who he's talking about.
Dude, that's what we put. We took 2 guys in the military a couple months ago.
What? Virginia and 2 guys? Dang, man, you're nuts.
You're doing something weird with this live. I don't like the way you're going with this. I think this is your other account.
Your stories are strange.
This is your other account. We got military men who we put in houses, and they're E4s. Both of them were E4s when I put them in. Got them into a house as an E4. Amazing. Yeah. Anyway, yes.
Do you even work with people in New
My
Mexico?
wife was laughing at you guys. All right, cool. Oh,
laughing at you.
oh shit, we're in trouble. We didn't mean to get you in trouble.
Mrs. Connor?
Mrs. Connor, we're taking him to church this weekend. Honest, we're gonna have cookies and milk, and that's it.
We'll
have a
rich
prayer
soon.
meeting, and he's gonna be
soon.
rich. So you want to keep him?
Yeah, he's a keeper.
You want to keep him? You want to keep him?
Do
Cool.
you even work with people in New Mexico?
What? Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Actually, I grew up in Santa Fe, New Mexico. I grew up in Santa Fe. Got property in Chupadero, one in Santa Fe, and some in Rio Rancho.
I love green chili.
I love green chili. I bring home green chili. We went hunting one time. I was like, try this.
Chili.
He goes, I don't know what it is, but man, this shit's good.
How do I get a suitcase of this? That's what I said.
My grandma made him green chili, no doubt. No,
She did.
Yep.
My contract ends June 1. When do I go to you guys to see what I qualify for?
You would
Contract
probably, I don't know what your contract means, but you can go to us like right now. And if we have to put you on simmer after we get you qualified and you just wait till June 1st, we got hundreds, probably thousands of clients that are pre-qualified that just don't qualify right now. They're like, hey, listen, as soon as rates hit 4.75, this is how much you can buy. So a lot of people are waiting for the rates to come down, but they're there and they know where they stand. If you do it this way, then if there's any hurdles, we know how to get you over those hurdles.
Team Sanchez with the roses, man. Thank you.
Yes. Can
Love
I buy a
that
house
stuff.
if I'm self-employed? Yes, you can. Over half of our borrowers are self-employed. Yes.
Are there any programs with low money down without leaving the home? Living in the home?
Living in the home? Probably not. Probably not. No. All loans are based off of risk. So if you have an investment out there that you don't have to drive home every day and it keeps you from the rain coming in and things go bad for you, the risk is high that you'll just say, heck with that thing. But the one that you live in is harder for you to just say heck with that thing because they'll kick your ass out. Sorry, I can't say that.
You can say it.
They'll kick you out. They'll kick your ass out.
Kick your donkey out.
Donkey ass out? They'll
Donkey
kick your
ass.
donkey.
Kick your donkey ass out.
They'll kick your donkey ass out.
Nickel pickle.
So yeah, nickel pickle.
Market is so bad, nobody wants to sell.
Well, yeah, nickel pickle. It's
What
rough,
market are you
but it's a tough. This is a real tough conundrum because we have so much pent up demand. When the rates go down, I was in a market not that long ago where if we had a $500,000 house that hit the market on Friday, by Saturday morning they had 10 offers. 10 offers. And the listing agents, like, I ask them, I deal with a lot of top producing listing agents. I say, what do you do? And they say, oh, it's real simple. There's the ones that come in at price. There's the ones that come in below and the ones that come in above. The ones that come in below, I put in a pile. The ones that come in at price, I put in a pile. And the ones that come in over, I put in a price. So I sit with the seller and I say, hey, listen, these are below market. You want to see them? He's like, nope. All right. These ones are at market. You want to see them? He says, yup. These are the ones above market. You want to see these? He goes, I want to see those first.
Mm-hmm.
And now you're in a competitive market. That's called a seller's market. But that's not where we're at right now because rates are still relatively high. We are in a buyer's market. Many times there's a $500,000 house that has DOM of 45, 60, 75 days. DOM is days on the market. DOM of 70 days, that means the seller's been going, I want to move to Miami, but I can't because nobody's buying my freaking house. And then somebody comes along and says, hey, listen, you want a $500,000 house? Yeah, I want to buy that, but I want a discount. Yeah, I want a discount. They don't say discount. They say, will you cover closing costs? But that's saying I want a $10,000 discount. Yeah. And then this person has to go, well, I haven't seen an offer in 75 days and I really want to move to Miami. I'll give you that discount. So that's the market that we're in right now. So if you're qualified, I can make a good argument for buying right now.
Bernice. So what Bernice is saying is, when should I come to you guys to know that we're going to be ready when we're ready? So the answer is now. You come to us now so we can iron out any issue that you may have with your credit and income assets, whatever it may be. We can iron that out today. So if you're ready a month from now, a year from now, you'll be ready. So now. And how do you get a hold of us? We have a phone number here. You can text us whatever platform you're on right now. Just text us Instagram, TikTok, wherever you guys are at. Or go to the top, their bio, click on the link, apply now, and start the process. You don't even have to talk to us.
And there's a few other things too. One, an added benefit is if we pull your credit, you need a copy, we'll get you a copy. But we, as NAF, New American Funding, we're able to do loans in all 50 states. Most loan officers have to say 49 because it's too difficult and they're not big enough to do in all 50. We can now do all 50 states. And NAF is a pretty big company. They got a lot of money. So they do some weird things with that money. Like one of them is we have a program called NAF Cash. If you're qualified with us and we send you to TBD NAF Cash Underwrite, you literally shop around like you have cash because you are operating with the bank's cash. If you say, I like that $500,000 house, you walk up to the seller and you say, I'd like to offer you cash. And they're like, you have cash? Yes. Cool. We'll take it. So then NAF on your behalf says, well, here's 500 grand. Boom. Now NAF owns the house for a moment. And then we finance you into the house. Technically 2 transactions, but nobody else is doing this. It's called a NAF Cash program. And we have a lot of proprietary programs. Like, for instance, we've got a 0 down program that you can get in at 620 FICO. It's a proprietary program, which means nobody but New American Funding has it. So there's a lot of benefits to doing this stuff.
Lola, yes. Pennsylvania, PA, would do it all day long. Yes, absolutely. Mike Sacra, this is 2-part.
Okay.
Mike Sacra, can't the parent be the only one on the deed so they technically own it? This is the find a kid and repeat the daughter thingy. So the daughter wants to buy the house, makes 25 grand.
Okay, good. So we do this a lot. So somebody says, somebody well off, somebody established in their life, let's say they're a lawyer. I did this for a lawyer one time. And the lawyer's sending their daughter off to Penn State. What state is Penn State in?
Pennsylvania?
Pennsylvania? Okay. So they're going out to Penn State. But he lives in California. And he's like, hey, listen, I could put her in the sorority house, and it's a little cheaper, but I don't really like that environment. What I'd rather do is buy a 3-bedroom house kind of close to the university, but not too close to the university, if you know what I mean. And then maybe we rent to some of her sisters, sorority sisters or whatever, friends. And so how do we do this? And she's a waitress. I made her be a waitress to go through this. And how much you make? $25,000 a year. Cool. How much is the house? 400 grand. All right, cool. Well, Mr. Lawyer, I'm going to have to qualify her as the primary resident on FHA, and I'm going to qualify you as a non-occupant co-borrower. So you're the non-occupant co-borrower, means you don't live there. You tell everybody, I don't live there, but I'm co-signing for my daughter. So now you both own the property. You are responsible for the payment. You are willing to pay it anyway to the sorority house. So you make the payment, and now she gets equity appreciation, but she's an owner. Her credit score skyrockets because you're making the payment on time because you're a lawyer. And then 2 years later or 4 years later, when she graduates, she is an owner of this property. She gets her job as an engineer because she went to school for engineering. And then one paycheck into the engineer, she can refinance. She could probably do it earlier if she has an income earlier than that, but that's a perfect scenario. We do that often for people.
And engineers are ranging between $80,000 to $140,000 a year.
They start that much, yeah.
So they can afford a house.
In Texas, oh my God, they're paying engineers like 160 grand to start.
Wow.
Some places, yeah.
Buy your daughter a house in Texas.
Yep.
RGM 1099. How much should I report this year? I want a duplex or a fourplex. First time home buyer, 600 credit.
RGM, I'm going to give you some advice. It's not tax advice because I'm not a CPA or an accountant. I'm a loan officer. But I can tell you this. When everybody comes in and they file their corporate tax returns, 1099 is somewhat corporate, depends on how you file it. But when they file their corporate tax returns, they say, hey, listen, I made 300 grand. Cool. But I had all these expenses, so I made 50 grand. Guess what I have to use? I have to use the 50 grand. Except if your CPA or accountant knew that you were buying a house, they know that a loan officer can add back in depletion and depreciation. These are 2 line items. And if most of that was gone through depletion or depreciation, I get to add that in. So if I see a depreciation of 100 grand or a depletion of 100 grand, guess what I get to put back? 100 grand. So you were able to pay the IRS taxes on only 50 grand, but for mortgage purposes, I'm able to bring you back up to 150 grand. So this is something to know as you move forward. How do we have thumbs up with nobody there?
Heck yeah. I go like that. Watch. If you go like this.
Oh yeah, that's right. It's weird, right?
So yes, Ohio Justin. What's up, Eli? How you doing, man?
What's up, Eli?
Tony G, can you explain the paying taxes voluntarily again?
Okay, Tony G. Listen up here. Listen up. The IRS is going to be a relationship with you for the rest of your life. You might as well get used to it. I fought them for years. Figured out it's not a good idea to fight them.
How many years?
A lot of years. A lot of years. Like a lot of years. I could tell you stories that would blow you away.
You guys have an extra 5 hours laying around?
Yeah, that's a crazy story. Crazy story. Anyway, so the IRS, if you're complying, and that's kind of what it is, it's complying. If you're complying with them, they work with you. They work with you. So let's just say you owe $30,000. And you say, holy smokes, I made a lot of money. I owe $30,000 to the IRS. I don't have $30,000. So you reach out to the IRS and they say, hey, listen, we're willing to do it on an installment payment basis. How many months can you go?
84.
You can go 84 months.
They won't tell you that.
Yeah. So you can go up to 84 months. So you take 30,000 divided by 84. They're going to want a little bit more or a little bit less than what you come up with because of interest and stuff like that. But you say, hey, I'd like to enter an agreement. And if it's your first time and it's below 50,000, 50,000 a magic number. If it's below 50,000, they will just say yes. And then that's all you need. And then when I say, you tell me, hey, I got problems with the IRS. I might say, hey, are you in an offer installment agreement? And you'll say yes. I say, cool. Send me the offer installment agreement and your most recent payment. That's all. That's it. I don't need any kind of improvement. However, if you chose not to pay the IRS and they levied you and it came into your bank account and they placed a lien on you, it's a different scenario now. Because you did not go voluntarily and you didn't comply. And because you did not go voluntarily and you did not comply, the guidelines state that I need the offer installment agreement and 3 months of payments. Not 3 monthly payments, because you can do, oh, here's January, February, and March all up front. Nope. They want to see you made it that month, you made it the next month, and you made it the next month. So, that's the story with the IRS.
All right. So, Rich Explorers, what is the current VA rate for the perfect guy?
Perfect guy. New
In
American
Lee's
Funding.
eyes?
New American Funding is putting out 5.625%. Don't believe me? Go to the top link where it says cool stuff. It'll go, and then click that, and you'll see today's rates. Click that, and that's today's New American Funding rates. There are a lot of caveats to that, but 5.625 VA, 5.625 FHA, 5.375 15-year conventional, 5.875 30-year conventional. Cool.
Thank you for your service, Rich Explorers.
Yeah, we appreciate you.
How can I become a loan officer?
Loan officer. You can reach out to us. You have to pass the NMLS test. You have to have no moral turpitude in your past, meaning you never stole anything, you never did anything wrong. There was a while when you couldn't even have a DUI. I think you can now. There's some rules on it. But it's a good profession, tough profession.
Yeah, we're working right now.
It's a tough profession.
Look at me working.
It's very tough. I'd say 90% of loan officers fail. 90. You think 90? I think 90.
Yeah.
I think 90% of loan officers fail. And everybody, if you're trying to do this is serious news. The most important decision you can make year one is to find the right mentor. Don't chase the high commission because you're going to go, hey, listen, I can get 300 basis points off a broker. Like 300 basis points is a ridiculous amount of money. But you don't know anything. If you actually knew what you were doing, you'd know that that's a bad move. Bad move. Bad move. Because you'll make good money for a little while, and then you got to change careers. It's a bad move. And if you have a good mentor that will teach you, listen, make a respectable income, between 90 and 150 basis points. That's probably your spread. And somewhere in that range. And then customer service and always fight for your client. If you build it that way, you build a business that will sustain even the downsides.
Always doing good for others. Justin Roebuck, the VA rate is 6.6 right now, I believe.
Not what I said, Justin. I said New American Funding says 5.625. Actually, last week it was 5.5.
Wow. Eli, how early should I pre-qualify? I'm trying to move in 2025. Right now.
Right now.
Absolutely. Right now. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Call this number or go to the link above. Hit apply now. Start the process.
Maurice, it's a backward screen. Yes, it is. It is. Good catch.
Maurice's first time.
It probably flipped by the time you saw that because we're on different platforms and we couldn't figure out a better way to do it. We're on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, live across all platforms. And some of them flip the screen and some of them don't. And that's the way we dealt with it.
Xavier, how much money do I need for a second home?
Good question, Xavier. The guidelines are different. There are 3 main categories. First category is primary residence. That's easy, 3.5% down for an FHA loan. Second category, across the board, you will not get an FHA loan. You will not get a VA loan for a second home. For your primary residence, 10% down. 10% down, and is there a horn going off? No. Anyway, 10% down, and you will need reserves. That's very unique to the second home. What are reserves? I don't know. Here's what it is. You have your primary residence. Let's say it's $3,000 a month. $3,000 a month. And then you have your second home because you're a baller. You have a second home. That's $2,000 a month. Well, if I need 6 months reserves, I need 6 times 3 for your primary, which is 18, and 6 times 2 for your secondary, which is 12. I need $30,000 in the bank. You don't necessarily have to use it. It just has to be there. It's called reserves. Second home, very easy underwriting as long as you got a decent FICO score and your DTI is not too far.
Maurice, how much is the interest rate for a home loan?
Good question, Maurice. Good question. New American Funding right now is putting out 5.375. What? 5.375. Don't believe me? Go to the link at the top of our profile. You will see cool stuff. Go there. New American Funding rate right there.
User 3132. I make my payments on time every month, but at times I need to use my credit cards and then my credit score goes down. I'm assuming that is correct because you're increasing your usage. So the lower the usage, the higher your scores. The higher the usage, the lower the scores.
Cool.
So you're going to want to time it and then try to keep some cash and pay your bills and leave your credit cards down.
Maurice, 0 down, but how much is interest rate?
I'll give you an example.
He's going to pull CalHFA rates right now. There's a commercial version and there's a loan officer's version, but you can pull rates off of the CalHFA site, and right now you could get in 0 down 6.25. 6.25 on a CalHFA. 6.25 on a CalHFA. Crazy.
It's programs for single moms to buy a house?
Not really for single moms. They don't care if you're a single mom. I was raised by a single mom. I love single moms. But, yeah, that sounded weird.
Okay.
Huh? That sounded weird.
Colleen, Pink.
No real, they don't really think about it that way.
Yeah.
It's income based, and it's income based.
RGM, thank you. We need to call you guys to get more details.
Yes, calls for the details. We're here for you.
Right there.
User 6872, thank you for following. We appreciate you on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. Answer your questions. Trying to get you a house in 2024.
Thank you for the IRS process.
Cool.
Esperanza, what is the HUD label or Texas seal? So HUD label like on a manufactured?
I think so.
It's that little plate that they stamp to the back.
Yeah.
So it's like a license plate. It's about that big. I just moved into my new home on Friday. Nadia said.
Congratulations, Nadia. We love to hear that. Love to hear it. Congratulations. Congratulations. Where you at?
She said, thank you guys for putting out so much information out there. It really helped me.
I'm glad for you. We're glad for you. Do we fund you? If we did, we're even more glad. But either way, we're still glad. We're still glad. Happy that you got your house.
Tony G wants to know what's a decent real estate FICO score.
What's a decent? Well, I'll give you qualifying. FHA is 580. Conventional, 620. Ideal, over 800. So, if you fit within 580, you could start. All down payment assistance programs release at about 680. If you're going for a second home, you need a 720. 720? Second home? I think it's 720. I have to check back on that one. But perfect scores, like everybody wants you, every bank wants you, every credit union wants you, 800 plus.
Right. So, this thing, my Bell said, left a message, hope to hear back soon. As soon as
Cool,
we're done.
we're here for you, my Bell. We appreciate you very much.
Can you explain DSCR?
Cool, you explain it.
Okay, here's what it is, guys. You're buying a house, and there's going to be renters that are put in that house. Whatever your estimated mortgage payment is, and there's an actual mathematical program you have to put it through, but whatever your mortgage payment is, there has to be a surplus, okay? This is cash flow. This has to be positive. And as long as it meets the test, you can finance this house with as little as 15% down. You don't have to prove your income. We don't have to pull your credit. We don't have to do all the funky stuff on a normal loan, but it must debt service, so you have to have that profit in order for it to make it work, and at least 15% down. It's a very cool program to get an investment property. It's very easy. The 15% down is usually the hardest test, and then finding a property that debt services. So, yeah, there you go. And Esperanza said, yes! And I don't know what that was for.
I don't know, but thank you.
The license plate. See,
yes. Okay,
the
got it,
HUD plate. Yeah, so it's a little license plate. It's on the back. check the outside, check it underneath in the cupboard.
Have you ever crawled under one and seen the license plate and taken pictures?
I have crawled underneath it and not found it.
Sucks.
And not found it.
I've had to crawl under a trailer in order to, when we fund loans, sometimes, like, Chris and I have literally hopped in the car with a smoke detector because we weren't going to make escrow. And we had to go to the house, install a smoke detector, make a video of us installing it, and send it to the appraiser. And then it got signed off and we closed the escrow. We've done some crazy things to close houses.
Yeah. RGM, what program was the 0 down payment, 6% interest, and what FICO score is needed?
Good question. That's CalHAFA 6.25. It wasn't 6. It was 6.25. That 0.25 is very important. And the FICO for that one, I think it's
640.
640? Okay.
640. You got it.
Cool.
El Taquero.
El
If I
Taquero.
make 20 G's a month, can I qualify $1 million house? I have about $6K monthly in bills. 6K
You're
monthly
right.
in bills?
The 6K monthly in bills is going to harm you. But if you make 20K a month, you're right in that range for $1 million house. But your debt to income ratio, your back end debt is going to kill you. Usually when I do a loan for somebody like this, there's a Mercedes, a Lexus, and a Lambo on there.
A
Raptor. And I have to go, is this $2,200 a month a real car payment? And they're, yeah, that's my Lamborghini Diablo. I'm like, okay, cool.
Like they still make Diablos?
Yeah, they make Diablos.
It shouldn't be that much.
It should be Diablo should be $1,200.
That's funny. So yeah, he's right. So that 6K, that's a lot, dude. That's a lot. That being said, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Chance. Okay, guys. So if you want to get a home loan, here's the phone number. You can zoom in, screenshot, zoom in if you want to text us. Go to the link up top. Apply now. Is there any other questions in real estate, guys?
Yeah, come on. We're on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. Where are you guys at? You guys are funny as shit.
What?
We are funny as shit.
Say it again.
I don't know what funny as shit means.
I don't know if that's good
I'm
or
going to
bad.
take that as a compliment.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
You think this is
He's
water.
drinking. Yeah, you think he is freaking vodka, yo. This guy's
party time, man.
This guy's drunk off
Watch
his
this.
hat.
Go, Lee. No, I was cutting it up. Never mind.
I don't know.
It was very El Chapo of me.
Oh, he's trying to do cocaine. That's
I
right.
wasn't trying to.
You're trying to get me to do cocaine.
I was trying to.
$225,000 combined.
What?
2.4. Back door?
How much can I afford? Alex,
Alex, you just
backdoor
threw
mean?
us. I don't.
What does that 2.4 backdoor mean? Shy Guy, is there a loan I could get that'll cover both land and mobile? Dude, Shy Guy,
Shy Guy.
you should have been here 15 minutes ago.
Dude, Shy Guy, we covered it.
15 minutes ago.
Where were you?
This just in.
Do it.
Yes.
Yes.
The answer is yes.
He was shy.
And that's the move.
He was shy.
Well,
That's
here
what-
okay, so if you,
that's a shy guy, man.
if you don't want to buy a new build because you're priced out or you just don't want one, if you can't
Don't
find
talk so loud. That's a shy guy.
if you can't find a house because inventory is so low,
Oh, 2.4 monthly
get
expenses.
a
Got it.
manufactured home and land and put it together and finance through us. That's the move.
Okay.
That's the move.
All right. Do
Shy
it.
Guy, call us.
Shy guy. Yes.
And
don't be shy.
2.4 expense. Oh, okay.
Oh, go back up because I gotta know what he's
Shoot.
talking about now. I know it sounded weird.
Back door. Back
Yeah,
to
I
back
know.
door.
Yeah.
Okay.
255 combined. 255 combined. That you're at $1 million. 2.4 liability. So here's the rule on liabilities. So it's simple, stupid math. Whatever your liability is, double it, and then take it off your income. So if you make, call it $2,500, that's $5,000 a month. That's $60,000 a year. Take $60,000 off your income.
Boom.
So you got about $180,000 usable in that range. So that's real simple, fast math. But $180,000 probably puts you in the 800, 820, 840 range. So yeah, something like that.
If I combine my wife and son income, would that help me be 10K extra? Probably more. Probably more.
I don't know how much your wife and son make, so
That would be 10K extra per month. I'm
oh,
assuming.
10K extra. Oh yeah. Yeah, you can bring all the family loans are not. They're done a lot. They're not unusual. They're done a lot. We do mother, father, uncle, cousin, and brother in one loan.
You do a lot, man.
I do.
You do a lot. Where are you located?
I do it for
though?
the people.
Where are you located?
Dude, I do it for the people.
They got it. But
I
where are you
do it
located?
for the people to get a house, man.
Do it for the
Don't
likes.
you know?
Does it for the
Dude,
likes.
don't you know people
Does it
want to
for-
get a
oh,
house?
we gotta
Don't
get
they
the
want to get
likes.
a house? Cool. We're located. He's located right there. Can't you see?
getting the
We're on
likes.
all the programs. Oh, he's located right there. I'm located.
I'm getting the likes, bro.
Dude, should I step out while you do that?
What is Chatel?
Are you gonna do feed pics? All right. No. Yeah. We heard feed pics are real big on the internet, so he's doing his version of them. We're in Riverside, California. We do all 50 states now. All 50 states. Nowhere can you run in the United States and not get a loan from us.
Ooh,
we will help you.
nowhere.
Everybody in California is leaving. They're all leaving. They're like, hey, I want to go to Arizona. What do you think? I'm like, good idea. Hey, I want to go to Texas. What do you think? Good idea. I'm going to Florida, Indiana. Where's that other place? Montana. Montana's a big one. Montana's badass. Yeah. I think it's because of the TV show. Yeah, Yellowstone.
For sure.
Yeah, cool.
That would be about $30,000 monthly income between the three of us. Dude, you're getting whatever you want.
Yeah.
You need to call us. Hurry.
Oh, in Sacramento. Oh, dude. House prices are tumbling. Just tanking in Sacramento. Mm-hmm. Tanking. You know why? Very big crime there right now.
Yeah, well, that's San Francisco.
No, Sacramento too.
Really?
Yeah, Sacramento
Got
too.
all that garbage going on up there too?
Yeah, Sacramento too.
I'm in Riverside. I need to talk to you guys. You need
Tony
to call
G,
us.
you need to
right here,
come
man.
by the office, man. Come on. We'll buy you a Starbucks.
Yeah, I'll buy
got
you
a Starbucks right over here. No big deal, man.
We're addressed.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, we gotta go, dude.
No.
We gotta go.
Hey, we appreciate you guys. We're gonna get you a house in 2024. We've been Chris and Lee. We're out.